Well, make another one of these. Um, I've been meaning to make these about every week. I know I haven't. I think the last one I made was probably 3 weeks ago. Um, behind on that, behind on a lot of things. I feel like I'm talking a little bit better now, maybe. I still feel like I speak weird for some reason, different from what I remember. Um, so what's up? Um, let's see, I think about 5 weeks in on my rehab now. I do that 3 days a week down at the hospital. Um, I've been raising everything every week, sometimes a couple times a week. I can't believe what I'm doing right now, actually. I mean, it's just, of course, I mean, they keep me hooked up electrodes and everything, check my blood pressure too, always being observed, but, like the treadmill, of course, walking's always been easy for me. I do that for my job. But I think, well, like after my surgery, I could barely walk. Everything hurt. And now it's gotten, you see, I was barely doing a lap around the floor in the area I was in. Um, I think I started out here just like walking to the kitchen and back. Didn't really want to walk outside because the way the ground is kind of unlevel and stuff. I didn't feel sure of myself. But now, I started out, I think it was at 6 minutes on the treadmill there. Well, for all the things, the treadmill, the stepping machine, and I forget what they call it, arm ergometer, I think. Basically just like pedaling with your arms. It's supposed to keep your heart going and stuff, work your shoulders and stuff. You know, you're just on that thing pedaling. Um, Generally, check me out first, blood pressure, stretches, and then I'll hit the treadmill, the arm machine, the stepper, and then the treadmill again. And they'll take my blood pressure again, stretches, and then I can take off. But like I was saying, I started out like at 6 minutes doing each one of those and working up, and I feel I'm coming up pretty quick. I guess maybe it just feels that way. Like right now I'm at 10 minutes. Treadmill speed has gone up quite a bit too. Need to ask them. That does make me wonder. I hope it ain't gonna be another damn stress test speed deal like at the stress test by the time we get to the end of this thing. Of course, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll do better at that this time. Um, what else? Still working on my leave of absence and short-term disability. End up getting denied, I know for sure, on my short-term disability, and they're still messing with the leave of absence because of the paperwork. I'm doing an appeal for both of them. Really don't like dealing with Cedric. Not good communication. Next time if I have anything else happen, I'm gonna ask just for the paperwork. I mean, this time because it happened so fast, I asked for it to be emailed to me online, communication that way. I think it would have been a lot easier if they just mailed me the paperwork and I'd been able to take it to them. So like now, It was so hard just to find somebody to email the paperwork they send me to, and to be able to fill out the paperwork that they send me. Um, I finally found an app that would do it. Luckily, it was just more hassle than it was worth. It'd been easier just to have the paperwork, fill that out, and turn it in up there. Um, I did talk to the nurses out there today, though, and they found the paperwork. Um, it got sent to my current cardiologist, not the surgeon. Because originally Cedric told me um, my current doctor should be able to fill it out, but she said she couldn't. It would have to be the surgeon that did the work. But they sent it up there, and I talked to the nurses up there. They're going to get to Dr. Kim, and he's going to get it filled out. Of course, this could all just be on my part, not used to doing this stuff online. I probably made it a lot harder than it had to be. I don't know this stuff as much as I was thinking I did. But yes, I am getting better. I know the last 2 times I've mowed the yard, I've been able to mow the entire yard at one go. I know before, when I first started trying to do it, it'd take me days. And so they'd go on and do like a quarter of the yard at a time. But getting through the whole yard now. Still haven't got going on my housework yet. Keep meaning to start back in on redoing the floors. It's kind of daunting. I ain't really sure where I am going to move the stuff in the kitchen to be able to pull those floors up. The living room's all already full because I've piled everything out there, working on everything. Don't even have a usable living room. Oh. I don't know. I have to figure something out. I'm going to have to do sort of like I did in the living room, because everything got full when I did the living room. I was having to shove everything to like one end, work on this end, move that toward the middle, and swap and move little sections and have anywhere to put all this stuff. I've got 50 years or so of stuff from everybody. Most of it's in totes now, just piled up. Eventually I gotta go through and just start getting rid of everything. That's gonna be crazy. Oh, and I need to mess with my houseplants. I know my aloe veras. Kind of thinking about putting them all back in one pot together. I start spreading them out, but the pots are a little bit bigger than what those plants need. And from what I've read, generally aloe veras do like to be kind of crowded in their pots. And my pothos, I've got, I think it's 6 pots of pothos. But lately with me, I'm losing track of time with everything I'm doing, being off work. Kind of crazy. So I'm not watering them as good as I should be. So I've got some, there's 2 of them with pretty long vines going, which I really like. That's what I was trying to get them to do. Because wanting to get them to start running around the rooms. Well, I don't know if I want run along or straight down. I'm not quite sure how I want them to do that. Um, but they lost a lot of their leaves in the middle, which is kind of weird. I thought maybe they'd lose them at the ends. But I need to go ahead and trim them, and then propagate all the leaves on the end. Go ahead and start new plants. Which, God, I'm gonna need more pots for that. Those all take off. That's gonna give me all those leaves on there. It's gonna be like another 20 plants. Ooh, that'll be a handful. I'm starting to have problems with my Armada. That's gonna be a pain. So I've got a leak in the transmission. I need to find it. When I was researching, they said a lot of times it's bad because of leaking around the hoses because of the fittings. So once I get feeling good enough to be able to do that, crawling underneath there and everything like I need to, I gotta fix that because it leaks bad. So it needs a new, well, it needs about a quart of oil, transmission oil, about every 2 weeks. It's leaking that bad. And those things